everyone, we're here to talk about the 4 common mistakes that business owners use when choosing brand colors. This is really important. Brand colors are one of the most important visual pieces of your business that kind of help tie everything together. And I'm here to talk about the mistakes that you can avoid. So let's get going.
Hi, I'm Katrina and I'm dedicated to helping brands find their colors, educating about color and color theory, and creating hand-painted pieces that elevate photos and bring your brand messaging to life visually.
Okay, real quick before we start, I just want to remind you that the Commerce Institute says that 4.7 million businesses start up each year in the United States. So I just want you to remember that number, 4.7 million. That's a lot of people, a lot of products and services, lots of color, lots of photos, lots of marketing, lots of video, lots of websites. That's a lot of things. How are you going to stand out in that? Now, not all of those are solopreneur businesses. Keep that in mind, but that's just a lot of stuff coming your way. So you're not competing against 4.7 million people. You have your own sector, you have your own niche in that. It's just a big number, and I want you to keep that in mind. Okay, one of the first mistakes is that business owners usually just look at target market. Okay, so give you an example of that. When you look at banks in America, a lot of the top banks, what colors do they use? Think about it for a second. If your answer is blue, you are correct. Ding, ding, ding. Okay, so you see combinations of black, navy blue, you see combinations of blue and bright blue. Why is that? Well, typically the color blue represents and shows a level of trust. Now, I'm not saying that's bad. Obviously, you want to trust your bank. Of course, that's a color that they want to use to illustrate that. However, if you think about it, they have huge marketing budgets. They have thousands of people working for them. They're definitely not on the same page as the solopreneur. Unless you have a big team of people working for you, you're definitely trying to make that big first impression in a different way than a bigger corporation is. Okay, I just use that bank suggestion because it's easy, it's recognizable, and most people understand it. You need to make sure that you're standing out quickly. Your target market is a big part of what you do. Obviously, you're trying to attract a certain type of business owner. Yes, that's important. It's just not the only thing. Number 2, they forget to show up in their work. This is something that I have found to be extremely important. I think a lot of times we try to separate ourselves from our businesses. We're like, my business is over here, I'm over here. As a personal, as a business owner who had to go through a lot to figure out what I was doing, why I was doing what I was doing. It's a lot of work. There's a lot of good and hard in there. Most people start businesses not only obviously to make money and to provide themselves a livelihood. There's a passion deep inside. There's something that's driving you to do what you're doing. So therefore, people want to see that, because I say this all the time, but I'm going to say it again. You are not the only person that can do what you do. And so why would someone choose to work with your business? Because of you, because of what you bring to the table. So you need to show up in those colors. It doesn't mean that if you like purple, everything in your business needs to be purple, but you have to examine your story and figure out, okay, what colors show me, and then balance that with the target market, balance that with your journey in the good and hard. I can always help you with the brand color analysis. I'm just throwing that out there. Okay, let me know if that makes sense. Number 3. The colors sometimes don't really complement each other. People aren't thinking about color theory. They're not really thinking about color science in any way. There's a reason that we have the color wheel. There's a reason our brain processes color. Our brain takes in certain tones and combinations in different ways. And you want to make sure you have a little bit of an understanding of that. So your brand doesn't just, oh, what's that? What's that? Like, you want to make sure your brand doesn't visually make people want to distance themselves for you. And I know most people aren't going to come up to your brand and go, oh, why did they choose those 2 colors? But at the same time, you want to make sure your business visuals are very pleasing to the eye and they make sense. Number 4, a lot of business owners choose color palettes that were meant for someone else. How does this happen? What does this even mean? I've talked to designers, I've talked to other clients, and a lot of people who are not educated about color or how things go together, or just don't have that visual eye. They know what they want, they know what they want their business to do, but they just don't have that visual eye. They just grab. Oh, that's on a template, I'm gonna grab it. Oh, that looks pretty on, those colors look pretty on Pinterest, I'm gonna grab that. And they don't really know what to do. And that template was made to give inspiration, to get your brain flowing, but it wasn't necessarily meant for you. So now, even though you didn't intentionally do this, your business already has associations with colors that you didn't even know existed because you just randomly chose a palette from here, or you just took these colors because you liked it, or, oh my goodness, I love yellow because I wanted to screen this. There's a reason behind colors and color combinations. There are reasons that you put certain colors together, and there are reasons you don't put certain colors together. So again, you don't want to pick a palette meant for someone else and their business. You don't want to pick something that was meant to market something or just thrown together so that someone could illustrate a point. You want something that was meant for you and your business, what you bring to the table, and your story. Okay, give me your thoughts. I'd love to hear. I'm all about this topic. I've walked myself through this, so I just have a lot of opinions, a lot of feelings, all the things associated with it. So if you need help or you have a question, please just drop it below. And as always, please like this video, subscribe to the channel. Thank you so much for being here. And like I said, please feel free to drop any questions or comments below. Thank you so much.
Hi, I'm Katrina, and I'm dedicated to helping brands find their colors, educating about color and color theory, and creating hand-painted pieces that elevate photos and bring your brand messaging to life visually. Thanks for being here, and as always, please don't forget to like, subscribe, and share.